Want to turn now to Maui, where the number of people unaccounted for after the historic and devastating wildfires continues to change. Officials are now saying up to 1,100 people are still unaccounted for. It's been 2 weeks since the wildfires began, and the death toll stands at 115. Authorities are asking for families to submit DNA samples to help identify victims and the missing. They say it could take months, possibly years, to identify some of the victims. Joining us now is Kainoa Horkojo, volunteer with Maui Rapid Response that has been helping residents there from the very beginning. Kainoa, I've seen you speak on this before. I know how difficult this is for everyone involved, but how are people coping right now? Have conditions improved at all?
Thank you. And I think people are coping in different ways depending on what they've lost. Those who've lost everything, who've lost family members, just need time to grieve. Need time to grieve with their community around them, with the people they love that are still there around them. We've got people that have lost homes, that lost, their place of employment. And the main thing for us is just providing them the space to grieve, the community they need around them, and then the services that they want access to in the way and in a safe space that they want it. Everyone's kind of doing a little differently. The whole island of Maui is in a state of shock right now, and I know beyond that, our family and friends, over the seas, and so just it's surreal over here right now. Just not outside of Lahaina, outside of upcountry Maui, which has lost over 20 homes as well. There's just a feeling of collective shock and grief.
Kainoa, beyond the shock, if you can, talk to us about the ground efforts right now to help bring like a sense of normalcy back to people. Particularly, I think we often think about the children who need some type of like structure constantly to help them deal with and manage displacement like this. Are you getting the donations and the help to the people who may not have transportation?
We are, and there are so many organizations and groups out here on the island doing great work. Both are, governmental agencies, local, state, and obviously the federal side, and then non-governmental organizations and just regular people donating the things, the extra supplies that they had in their home. For most schools here, they were either in their first week of school or just getting back to school. And so there's so many families that have just been kind of thrown into a state of chaos. So there's groups that are packing backpacks, figuring out new bus routes. A lot of families that were displaced from their homes in Wailea and in upcountry and Lahaina have moved to a different side of the island. An entire school, Kamehameha III, was burnt down. So there's a lot of movement here on the island, and everyone needs to sort of deal with that a little differently. But there's a great amount of support by groups and by everyday people.
Kainoa, I know you don't speak for everyone, but I do want to ask you, I had a conversation with a couple of colleagues here. We've been hearing mixed things. I spoke with a public official yesterday who said, hey, we want visitors to come to the island because we need those tourism dollars. But I've also heard officials say, if you don't have business here, please stay away because we need this space for those who have been displaced. What are you hearing from people right there with whom you interact every day?
Well, thank you. And I think it's normal to expect a little bit of mixed response. People speak first probably from their heart and from the grief they're feeling. And so we know, and we're pretty strong and consistent now in that message to stay out of Lahaina, to stay away from West Maui. But the rest of the island is open. Central Maui, out Paia, Haiku, the south side, what we call Kihei and Wailea, those businesses are open. And what we don't want is for one crisis to become many. We just went through, as the whole world did, the COVID shutdown, and now to have another economic, huge downturn because of a lack of people coming would be devastating to the island. But it's not just about people that are flying in. Maui and Hawaii relies on the tourism dollar provided here, but it's also local families, whether in Maui or throughout the other islands. I keep on telling people, hey, if you can go out and support your local businesses right now, go eat out. You got to buy new clothes, whether for yourself or for somebody that's, suffered and lost everything. Buy it from a local store. Find those places that are suffering right now and help them out. And there's a great deal of resources out there on social media and people just talking about lists of, both the families in Lahaina and upcountry that have lost everything and need help, and also the local small businesses, locally owned, Hawaiian owned, locally operated and run and staffed that could use our help right now.
Kainoa, we will continue to follow this story. I thank you for taking the time to speak with us. I know that this can be both stressful and feel as though sometimes we're just going through the motions, but we are not. We hear you, we see you, and we will do all that we can to continue to support the people of Lahaina. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.